How many of you have a chicken list? How many of you have a list of people that you're chicken to reach out to, right? There's people that you're connected with that you're intimidated to talk to. This is a major mistake because some of the most successful people are the most open-minded. That's how they became successful. You might say, oh, they have a Mercedes-Benz and they have this beautiful home and they even have a second home and they have this really great job. But what you don't realize is they're just broker on a higher level. Their 401k is now a 101k. Right? They're having to work twice as hard for half the money. You guys, listen, people are definitely tightening up right now, but that also means that a lot of people, a lot of your competitors are making less money, right? They're keeping their options open, but they're going to partner with people that are open to reaching out to them, that are proactively, intentionally contacting them. So that's the first thing I really wanted to share is that you need to start recruiting up. And another thing to write this down. You definitely want to do what we call taprooting. What's taprooting? You should absolutely, number one, be looking to identify projects. What's a project? Somebody you can work with, someone you can mentor. They're coachable, they're hungry. Some of the easiest people to work with are people that someone else enrolled on your team. Now, I know some of you do not have that yet, but for those of you with teams, you should absolutely be connecting with those newest marketers on your team. Why? Because they're new blood, they're new excitement. They got a fresh list, a fresh perspective. Your business is either growing or dying. It's never going to be in a maintaining or a stagnant phase. You might say, oh, my business is stagnant. That means it's dying. Right? If you're not bringing in new people and your team isn't bringing in new people, it's an emergency, right? Because those new people are bringing in new customers. Those new customers are doing new posts, referral posts. Those new customers are referring customers. And a new customer can become a new distributor, a new marketer. So it's all about the new people. So you as a leader, you need to be connecting with those newest people. See, here's my mindset. Number one, if I work on the bottom of the line, right? The taprooting concept, right? That taprooting concept is I'm working on the bottom of the line. I'm working with those newest people because if I'm helping them create success, especially if there aren't any other leaders between me and them, and I can drive that line 5 deep, 10 deep, that line is going to last a long time. That's what I've noticed. When I drive a line 5 levels or 10 levels deep, eventually you're going to find a leader. But here's the thing. Imagine, how do you start a fire? From the bottom up, right? You burn it from the bottom up. So if this person down here, you're helping them get some customers, rank advance, you're shouting them out, they're recruiting, they're actually building their own team. How much more motivated are all these people? Isn't it less likely that these people are going to make excuses and quit because they've got a fire burning under them? Like, how many of you would be a little more motivated if Nadya and I were on your team? Anyone? Would anyone be more excited? A little bit more excited than you are right now if you had Nadya and I on your team. Do you think someone like us, would be on your team if you weren't excited first? You'd probably have to be excited first in order for those people to even look in your direction or end up on your team. See, excitement is contagious. Some people say, well, I am excited. I am excited, John. I'm so excited. I love this business. I think it's amazing. Tell your face. Tell your face. Show up with enthusiasm, with some posture, even if you got to fake it till you make it. Now, I prefer faith it till you make it. But look, if you got a fake excitement in the beginning because you're really just super nervous, it's okay. You have to sometimes borrow your mentor's enthusiasm, borrow their success story when you don't have one, borrow their belief when you don't have much. You should be leveraging the tools. Don't be a fool. Use the tool, right? Like you're the tool if you're not using the tools. And that's not good if you're brand new. So get yourself out of the way. Introduce your upline to the prospect, right? The A player on your team. Get your upline to help you talk to that influencer, that A player, that person with business experience, that person that has some credibility. They have some success in their current business, but they're keeping their options open and making money and diversifying their income. They're keeping their options open to monetizing their social media. So anyway, this is just such a big mistake I see is people are trying to recruit the person all by themselves. And I'm not just talking about recruiting like A players and business owners and people that make a lot of money or have a lot of influence. I'm talking about normal people too. Like, listen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you my process. I get someone with no experience or tons of experience. It's the same thing. This is another mistake I see. People are like not keeping it simple. They're freaking overcomplicating it. They're bombarding this person with too much, too fast, too soon. I tell people, listen, I'm going to take you through the same process I take everyone through so you can see the system in action. I'm going to add you to our product group so you can learn more about the products and see the incredible results people are getting on our products, especially our top selling hero systems, right? Our weight loss system, our collagen system, our anti-aging system, our gut health system, right? Our women's health system. Our goal is to get people in the product group because they need to believe in the product. If they're excited about the product, they're going to be way more excited about the business. Isn't that common sense? If they're excited about the product and the results it provides to people, wouldn't that make sense that they'd be more open to promoting the product, at least trying the product? Number two, we're getting them in the group that's all about the opportunity, the business. It has the comp plan video, the getting started video. There's testimonials, there's excitement, there's recognition, there's rank advancements. So I'm showing them the system. I'm not just telling them the system. I'm adding them to the group. I'm tagging them in the videos. I don't give a new person, a prospect, all the things. I give them the things they're looking for, the things they're interested in. Now, if you go, well, John, my person wants this or they want that, or they're asking questions about this, I don't know what to say. Again, why are you trying to be the one knowing all the things? Look, the problem is you're trying to be the friend. You're trying to be the mentor, the sponsor. That's too much. You got to get yourself out of the way. So if you're not recruiting, it's because either A, you're not having business conversations because you're scared. Scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. Number two, you're not using the tools. You're not adding them to the group, tagging them in the video. And number three, you're not introducing them to someone else. You must get yourself out of the way. Like when I do a group chat, and again, I still do this. I tell people, hey, listen, I'm going to add you to a couple groups so you can learn more about the company, the products, and how we make money. Tomorrow, when I follow up with you, I'm going to introduce you to some of the amazing leaders we get to work with every day for two reasons. One, I want you to meet other people and get inspired and get excited. But number two, I want you to see how there's so much support here. So you don't have to be the end all be all and know all the things. Do you know how many times I get people telling me they don't recruit because they don't know what to do with people? They don't recruit because they don't know what to do with people. They're not fully confident that they can teach someone to build their business. But I need you to write this down. It's not about you. Thank God someone shared this opportunity with me. Network marketing changed my life. Thank God my best friend, Mike Callahan, 21 years ago, didn't prejudge me and say, well, John's got a tongue ring and earrings and he's a drunk punk loser and he gets in tons of fights and he's like this badass person that like, not in a good way, by the way, like he gets arrested and he drinks all the time, he does drugs and he's just like not a good person. Thank God he didn't judge me and got me into network marketing and introduced me to not only personal development and mentorship, but Nadya Melton. For those of you that aren't sure about your recruiting, you have to do things before you're ready. I'm sorry, it is what it is. And by the way, write this down, write this down, write this down. Please write this down. It is not your responsibility to make someone else successful. Oh. Let me ask you this. Did someone else make you successful? It's kind of like, we talk a lot about leadership development and creating independence and pouring into people. And like, obviously I love that, but nobody developed me. I developed me. Listen, some of you just need to drop the ego. Ego stands for edging God out. Your ego ain't your amigo. What weighs more, your ego or your bank account, right, baby?
Yeah, baby.
You're not responsible
Yeah.
to make sure someone else is successful. You're responsible to support them and be a positive influence and give them guidance and tips and insights and respond to their messages. You don't have to respond right away, but obviously you're not going to wait 3 days to respond either. Mm-hmm. But you are there to support them and steer them in the right direction. But you also should set the right expectations. If you don't have a lot of influence and experience doing something like this, it's probably going to be a slow go. Mm-hmm. You just got to keep it real. Like most people do not make a lot of money fast. The company I'm in, we did recruit 38 people the first month. We did hit elite the first month and a half, whatever. It took us a month and a half to enroll 38 personal people. Our team produced over 100,000 in volume. We made 17,000. But that's because we had 14 years of experience before we got started. And we'd done right by people. We had a good reputation. We have an even better reputation now, today. And people trust us and we treat them like humans. We follow the golden rule, treat people the way you'd want to be treated. Well, but at the same time, we don't want to do it for them. We're not babysitters. Yeah. I'm sorry, baby, go ahead.
But to make a professional level of income, you have to look at it, A, as a profession, and B, to get professionally trained. And so many people come into this industry, baby, because, they're told, oh, it's easy, oh, it's fast. right? I think it's
because sometimes it is.
sometimes,
but that's for a very tiny percent of people.
That's right. It's an exception, not the rule. Have you seen that movie?
Boom.
He's Not That Into You. Some evergreen concepts discussed.
But recruiting is something you want to master, and it solves all your problems. If your business isn't growing, my question is, are you? If you're not enrolling, you're not recruiting, you're not bringing in new people, then why would your team do it? If you're not doing it, they're not going to do it. And if you're not doing it, that's why your business is where it is. And we're still enrolling people. We're still recruiting. Now, you might say, well, John, it's easier for you now. Yeah, no kidding. How do you think I got good at it? If you had to take a guess, how do you think we got good at video?
Yeah.
How do you think we got good at anything we're good at? How did you get good at anything you got good at? By what? Can you research a sport and get good at it? Can you read about a sport?
I like the way you
or do you have to actually pick up the ball and play the freaking game?
I remember setting a goal to just having X amount of conversations. I now teach 100 conversations. If you suck at recruiting, you're really bad at it. If you have 100 conversations in 30 days and you throw everything at it, but the kitchen sink, just try different conversations, maybe different scripts, different prompts. Do you lead with the business? Do you lead with the product? Do you talk to professionals? Do you talk to moms? Just play with all of it within 100 conversations. And I promise you, clarity is going to be power in 30 days because you're going to know what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. And then you're going to get into this beautiful flow.
It's all about filling the funnel. You have to keep feeding the beast. Now, how many of you have people that aren't joining? They're kind of on the fence. And you're like, what do I do to get them off the fence? I put them in the group chat. I followed up with them a couple times. They're not pulling the trigger. Well, you can take it away from them. This has worked like a charm for me over the years. I did this in mortgages. I've done this in network marketing. Really and I have no problem taking it away, right? If Julie's one of my prospects and she's not responding, or she's kind of dragging her feet, I might say, hey, Julie, listen, I would love to work with you. And I know you've got some big goals and things you want to accomplish, but you haven't responded to my last few messages. And look, I know you're super busy. I know I got a lot going on, so I can totally relate. If you want, I can just cross you off my follow-up list for now. And maybe if you want, we can talk again in a month or 6 months or a year from now. Your biggest competitor is indecision. People just can't decide. It's not other companies.
No.
The truth is there are people that you're going to friend up today, or you're going to ATM today, or you're going to get them on the product today. They're not going to join you for 2 years. You just have to know that to be true. But you don't know that when you're new. So it's hard to have that certainty and that confidence. So in the beginning, you make up in numbers what you lack in skill. So if you kind of suck, embrace the suck. It just means you got to talk to more humans.
Yeah.
But those are all seeds planted. You also have to, and I know I said it, I'm going to say it again and again, master the mundane, master the basic steps. This is what I'm literally talking to some of the biggest leaders on my own team. In my own organization, this is happening where they're getting new people overwhelmed because they're overwhelmed. And I'm like, stop it. Here's what I do. I create conversations through proactive, intentionally connecting, right? Reaching out to people, and through my content. So I'm marketing, I'm prospecting, I'm posting with a purpose, right? I'm marketing my face off. I'm showing up and doing videos like this every day. I'm doing posts every day. And then I'm connecting with people on the back end. And then I'm ATMing people. And then I'm doing group chats. That's it. I add them to the group. I tag them in a video or two. And then I put them in a group chat. Yes. Every single person goes into a group chat. Nadia, how amazingly simple is it? What I do. She sees me. It's literally it's almost crazy stupid how simple I have my follow-up book with everybody at ATM. I put every single person in a group chat. And then I follow up with them to see what they like best. If they're ready to get started, I stay in touch. Some of those people join right away. Most don't. But you just keep finding creative ways. I get them on a Saturday team call. I let them know, our company has this huge promo tomorrow where new customers get $20 off. I might do my own incentive. Write this down. You don't have to just wait on the company to do a promo. You can do your own promo to knock off some of those fence sitters. That's why we do promos.
Yeah.
Because it's an excuse to follow up with people and it creates urgency. It gives people a reason to order. It gives you an excuse to follow up. And if there isn't a company promo, you can make your own. And you make it time sensitive. Listen, no pressure. I'm just letting you know this promo is on the table. I know you wanted to try the product. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee on empty boxes. It would mean the world to me if you supported me. But most importantly, I want you to get the results you're looking for. And right now, our system, our weight management system, our weight loss system is on sale. You can get a discount.
Yeah.
Right? And you as a leader of a team, you're always looking to identify and encourage potential. You're a talent scout. People say, what kind of talent scout are you? I don't know what kind of talent you got.
Oh, that's
But
fun.
you're always looking to connect with people that have energy. They're optimists. They're positive. Like, you just like being around them. You like talking to them. Like, that's who I want to work with. Now, they might be in your organization right now. They might be 5 levels removed from you. You go, well, they're 5 levels. And look, I'm level blind. Write that down.
Yeah.
You should be level blind.
You
I don't
are
go,
too.
wait, what level is that person on? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're a fisherman. And the people on your team are fishing poles. Now, listen, I can go recruit 10 people, but I'd rather help my teammates recruit 10 people.
Yeah.
They're taking action. They're fired up. They're getting after it. And then they're getting a result, which gives them more belief, which means they take more action.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like this constant and never ending excitement when you have new people coming in. But when you stop recruiting, it's so hard to get it going again.
Ugh.
So this is why, like, momentum is so precious.
I'm telling you.
Please don't complain that you're overwhelmed with so many leads, or you have so many people to follow up with, or you're put in so many group chats. Because let me tell you, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
That is a blessing. There are so many people that wish they had the amount of people in their inbox that you do. They wish they had too many people joining. They had too many leads. It is the ultimate blessing. Never take that for granted. And that's probably why we continue to show up every day, because we don't take it for granted. We're always looking for the people that are within our organization, whether they're a frontline recruit or they're 25 levels deep. If that's a person that's coachable and they're in my inbox and they're like, now obviously at some point you want to create some layered leadership, right? And like the leaders that are overriding those teams are probably going to take charge. You want that, but that doesn't mean you should ignore those people or you shouldn't support those people. However, on the flip side, I see some of you that have like 1 or 2 strong lines and you spend all your time there because it's easy. It's harder to work with brand new people. It's harder to go recruit new lines. But if you're not doing it, like I said, I'm still doing it, right? We are still launching new teams. We are still in the trenches, working with brand new people with no experience and no influence. Why? Because I want to stay cutting edge. I don't want to ever get complacent. I think this is a major key. And this is a big issue with a lot of you is you're not treating your business like a business. You're treating it like a hobby. You're treating it like extra money. And in the beginning, that's what it is. But listen, in the early days, you're going to do more work and you're going to make less money. But in the later days, you're going to make way more money than you could ever imagine and do less work. I'm not saying I don't still work. But now I do all the easy stuff, the stuff I enjoy doing. I don't have to do the grinding and the hustling and the, 25 Zooms a day and countless 3-way calls and home meetings. And by the way, we don't teach that stuff nowadays anyway. But we had to pay the price to deserve the success that we desired, the success we're having today.